Hello everyone, Triggin here, and welcome back to Growler's Island. Don't forget, if you like this video, please help support the channel by tickling that thumbs up button for me. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and of course, share and favorite the video as pleases you. So, as you can see, we've got some serious crop action going here. I found out apparently this guy wasn't working quite right. I don't know if our compost bin was too far away or what. It was filling the compost bin and everything, but it wasn't taking fertilizer out. It turned out I had a ton of fertilizer. Now there's another mod I'd been wanting to try out and hadn't. I put it on my workbench game, but I realized the reason why I kept stalling on it is because I was going to have to, in order to test it, I was going to have to build up a farm and get crops growing and all that stuff, and that was just going to be a serious pain in the rear. So I decided to put it on here and test it, and this is what it is. And it turns out this is actually just one item that, out of a much larger mod, we might try out the next time we start a new series for Growler's Island. But this is the Dreamtime Fertilizer Silo, and so far I'm really liking it. It will pull fertilizer from any storage. Oh, and I moved the compost bin here. Doing its thing. It'll pull fertilizer from any storage once an hour. It'll pull and then fill any crop plots in range, which remember is what we were hoping the gardener would do. In fact, it might actually now be worth putting the gardener in, because then the gardener can pull crops out as this guy puts fertilizer in, and keeping a full automated farm going. Now, the modder who designed this, and I don't have the page open, I'm sorry, I have the name handy and I don't. But again, this is the Dreamtime Fertilizer Silo. If you're interested in it, take a look at it and check out the modder's other mods. I'm definitely interested in checking out his other mods, though it will have to wait for our next series, I think. Although I will probably check them out on my workbench. I like this silo. It reminds me of, I don't know, it reminds me of real farms is why I like it. But he has a whole mod with a lot of nice stuff that would replace several of the mods we have now. So we could, you know, knock them all out and replace them with a single mod. That can be a good or a bad thing. One large mod can sometimes be a problem. But check this out. That thing is just packed this thing full of fertilizer. And it runs once an hour, or you can run it manually. So it'll run once an hour and pick up stuff from storage and pack it in to your crop plots. Another nice thing, the mod that this comes with has a nice one that actually pulls achatina paste, and I think he has plans for adding organic polymer, if it's not in already, out of these guys' inventory. But in the meantime, one thing we did get is Jones Egg and Poop Collector now collects the achatina paste that they poop, that they drop on the ground, which is getting us lots. I mean, I just emptied that thing less than an hour ago, I think. It's getting us lots of achatina paste. Man, is that great. Look at how much achatina paste we have here already. 1,066. Now, I brought some with me, but still, 1,066. These guys have been producing like crazy. Look at that. Another 32. Another 32. Now, I did a server reset when I added the Dreamtime Silo, and I think these guys sort of reset when I did that and produced a whole nother batch of biopolymer on top of having a full stack of paste. So that might be a little cheaty problem with the achatina there. You know, reset your server, get a full batch of everything. But can't see that being a huge issue. So anyways, so yeah, that's there. Now, another mod I'd put on and we hadn't played with, I think I'd mentioned it before, is the kibble table, which is a work table for kibbles. The only thing it's not as bad as the kibble vending machine, which I considered very cheaty. The cost of these kibbles is much higher in metals, but I still don't like it. I don't like being able to just use metal to do that. But the advantage this has, and I'm working on it, I will hopefully have it work so I can get this table working maybe in a week or so. I'll have the time to get it done. It's fully configurable. you can go into the config files and configure this here so that you can configure how much each item costs. And I don't know, maybe you could do that with a kibble machine too, but I didn't see that there. But I like the look of this better. I like the fact this little work table. Oh, it has a little cupboard down here. That is so cool. Oh, it's they've used the model from the... That is cool. They've used the model from the preserving bin. But that is awesome. This is a really nicely done table. Anyways, so you can configure the cost. What I want to do with this is I want it to cost the normal meat and veggies that it would cost, but take any egg. And so that to me is the sticking point, is having to have a stupid egg farm and having to have a dozen of every damn, pardon me, excuse my language, of every dino out there just to get the eggs so that you can make the kibble. So all I want to do is I want to be able to generically use any kibble. So we can have dodos, we can just pick up the eggs from our creatures. Speaking of which, I haven't seen this thing pick up any eggs. Egg and poop. Make sure it's picking up all of them. Of course, we don't have a lot of guys here, but still. You can set it so it picks up only large poop. That's interesting. Pick up all poop types. Egg and poop. Hopefully that's everything. Filtering off, picking up all poop types. Okay. Which was probably set that way anyways, probably default. So anyways, so yeah, that's an interesting new thing. I will work on getting the configuration done for the kibble table, but I did, as you can see, I rearranged here so I could get it put in. So, I mean, like, I'm sure if you watch my vids, you probably watch Slipgator and some of the other guys too. And you've seen that they just carry one of those vending machines with them and then just get some raw metal and make whatever kibble they need right on the spot. Super easy to get perfect tames, and I hate it. I don't want to be able to get perfect tames that easily. I don't even like having the taming speed up so high so that all tames turn out so great. What I would really like, and what I'm still tinkering with, is remember we had and we use the Super Trank Rifle because it will do it. But it's also cheaty because it's one shot knocks pretty much anything out. But I love the fact that it makes the animals hungry real fast so that they, will tame up fast. And there is the taming sedative, which makes them hungry too, but I found that, I don't know, it seemed a little bit of a hassle making that. Maybe it won't be so much of a hassle with higher gather rates and stuff. I'll have to check it out, but I've also seen a couple of other things. There's one called Taming XL I'm going to test out on my workbench. And there's, and when I say my workbench, I mean I've got a server in-house that I have set up that I use just for testing things. So that's what I'm saying when I say my workbench, that's what I mean. But I'm going to test that stuff out. There's another trank rifle that I really like the looks of that I don't think it has any special tranks, no high-powered tranks or anything, but it's the fabricated sniper rifle, so that would be really nice. Of course, this modder did add in so that although it doesn't look like it has a scope, it does actually give you the benefit of the scope, which I consider a huge improvement. I think it's stupid as can be that you don't have scopes for your trank weapons. That's just dumb. Anyways, today, I didn't like, and I just rambled for I don't know how long, didn't I? Oh dear. I didn't like the fact that our dinos are just hanging out here, and this area of beach is sort of blank and ugly. So I was thinking is maybe like build a little dino shelter where we can get everything except like Lilith in it. Maybe we wouldn't be able to get our Achilles, because he is pretty big too. But I was thinking just building a simple little dino shelter over here. And that way, we have a little place to park our guys where they look like they're semi-comfy. It won't be totally enclosed. It'll just be like, you might see on a farm. Just a little shelter to give critters some cover from the rain and stuff. So I've already been building parts for it. Let's start out with some foundations here. Go ahead and take these walls too. So I just want to set it over here on this little section of beach. See if we can find a good spot. Is this too close? Let's go the other way so I can see how close I am to the house. Okay. So I don't want to be too close to the house. How's that look? That's not bad. Maybe we can go one closer. Now, we're going to have trouble on this side if we do that. But that is going to be a... No, I don't want to go that way. I do want to have a little room to get the dinos in behind it. I need ramps for this too. I haven't done any ramps. Is that it? I guess that is it. Okay, so far so good. Let's put our walls in. These are just going to be wood walls in the end here. See, I want this to look a little bit more farmish and rustic. You know, sort of go with our silo over there, not look super fancy like our house does. So let's grab the other stuff we need. We're going to need these angled pieces here. You see, I just got thatch roof. Oh, and I need to make, let's get some, where's wood? There. We're going to want a dozen ramps. Oops, no, I don't want 15 of them. What did I do that for? Okay, and then I want some railings. Let's do... I think I'm going to want like 20 of them, so do 22. Okay, so what this is just going to be stalls, basically. Oh, no, what am I thinking? I want this to be higher. We'll never get Achilles in if I make it that height. Whoa, a little lag there. Meant this to be two walls high, not one wall. Although it might be cuter if I'd done it just as one wall high. We do need to take into account the larger critters. Actually, he might not even... Actually, let's ride Achilles over. Let's see here. Hey, he's not going to fit in here no matter what I do, is he? There's just no way on earth. Even 2 walls high wouldn't. Okay, so we'll leave it 1 wall high. That'll be cuter. And he'll just have to hang out. He'll just have to hang out with Lilith. That's all there is to it. Dragon and Spino. You know, those got to go well together, right? What do you mean, no? Okay, so do this then. We'll see how it looks. A little bit low there, but okay. I want to get my ramps and my railings. Let's at least get one thing set up. What's the word I'm looking? Stall. Get one stall set up here and have a look and see how it looks. So we've got a railing there. Or a... Oh dear, Trigon can't talk. Railing here. So we'll separate the stalls just with these. You know? Now let's see if we can get a bear in here. And I know I was calling Drusilla ooh the other day. Too short. Too short. We are gonna have to do it taller. Okay, I'm gonna do a BRBs real quick while I fix this. So BRBs. Okay, so we're back here. Go ahead and press the ramps on here. I got it set too high. Got the roof put back on. Now let's see if this will work. Okay, Drew. Will you fit in the stall? Although maybe she and her bow should be in one stall together. That would make sense. Yep. Ooh, can I not? There we go. I say, can I not ride her? That is a tight fit. Let's see how it works for, say, the Dudley. So this is why I wanted room to turn around back here on the beach side. So then you can just sort of walk them up in. Yeah, that works. This works pretty good for him. let's go ahead and put some more railings in. Let's actually leave the center one too wide. We'll put the bears in the center. There. And it's getting dark. It figures. I'm just in time for the sun to go down. I've never done one like this with stalls for the creatures. I thought, I mean, it just seemed like a good idea. Seemed like something nice. Sort of organize them and look nice. You know, nothing fancy. But something so you don't feel like you're just leaving them standing around outside. On Pooh, get in here with your girl. Oh. Side by side. Okay. Sorry about the lighting issue there, folks. Oh, and we got, I only actually need one more stall, but I'm not sure. I don't think he can fit in a single width one, so this one might end up being double width too. Let's just try it real quick. Nope. Alright, so we'll take this out. There we go. And now take him through and turn him around. But there we go. Now he's got room. Bears. I like that. I like that a lot better. I like that better than just having them, you know, having to sit out in the cold or whatnot. And then Gilly's here. He can just come on over and, you know, be parked sort of next to him. Hey, I'm too big and bad to be inside a shelter. I'm sorry, he looks sad. I'm sorry, Achilles. You're just such a big guy. You're just such a big guy. We just couldn't do one big enough without really building some sort of a monstrosity. And you, Lilith, no, just forget it. There's no way of getting you indoors. I'm not building any structure big enough to house you here. That's all there is to it. I'm not sure I want to build any structure that big, period. But there we go. There we go. We have, unfortunately, it's dark, so you can't get a really good view of it, but put my torch away. That'll actually probably help a little. But yeah, I like it. Like it. I think that's a nice little addition to our setup here. So yeah, sort of a simple episode, but we've had a building week. That is what we've done this week. We have built. We have built and built and built and built and built. We got little hearts over there. Oh, and this I'm not seeing, but I think the way so these guys are in range of the feeding trough, but these guys aren't. I think, though, that, like I said, I think it's got a dual range. There's the standard feeding trough range where they can pull from the feeding trough, and then there's the further range out where I think the feeding trough will actually, from time to time, put food in their inventory. So we'll keep an eye on Achilles here to verify that that's true. Because he's definitely out of range of the standard feeding trough stuff. And then we'll know. If Barry, we know we have nothing on him, we just checked. If Barry started appearing in his inventory, or if his hunger fails to go down, then we'll know we're in good shape there. This thing, oh, it's got a couple in here. Resting. I want to see if it's topped up any of the crop plots in here. So this one, I took some out specifically. It seems it started, let's see, look at that, it's full. I took 5 of these out. It seems to start from the ones furthest away and then work towards itself. That one's full, that was not full before. I think this one was full. Yeah. And what about this guy here? Guy's doing good. Okay, yep. So it definitely seems to be working. This has got a couple sitting in here. It's probably pulled these since that did its thing. Like I said, this does it every hour. I think the Jones stuff does it more frequently. But I don't know if you noticed before I got electric lights. Oh, I forgot to tell you about this. You know, I realized after we got this all done that I'd neglect to give myself a spot for a fabricator. And I thought the center was a perfect spot for it. And we already had the Strengthened Forge, which goes with the Primitive Survival Equipment mod back here. So I sort of moved things around a little bit and got the gate smithy here, which unfortunately is clipping through the air conditioner, but what are you going to do? And the Primitive Survival Equipment, move this over a bit so they all fit in this corner. We don't use this stuff a lot, period. We'll use this thing when we need to repair our tools, but man, we have put so little... No, I didn't want that. We've put so little wear and tear on this stuff. It's really amazing. The stuff really lasts. I love the Primitive Survival Equipment. This is a mod that is definitely a keeper. This will definitely go in our next season too. I'm leaning towards when we do our next series, which is at least a month off. I can't imagine I'll be changing anything until at least the end of February. But when we do our next series, I'm really debating. Right now I'm leaning towards doing a more primitive series. Part of that is, I mean, not completely primitive, but part of it is that I want to I want to try out the castles mod, not the big one, not the architecture mod, but the one that Slippin' them had. Slippin', I think it was just Slippin'. Was it Slippin' Drax? I think it was Slippin' Drax. We're doing the Mystic Academy, and Slip had that little... I've been looking at that mod for quite a long time, and been really tempted. I haven't used it because I love the S Plus stuff so much. I really did not want to switch off using the S Plus. But I'm really tempted to do that. But I'm thinking either doing that or doing a very techie one. I've used in previous games the ARK Futurism mod, which sadly is not being maintained. It's not being updated, but I love the resource gathering. But right now I am leaning towards doing something a little bit more primitive. So if you have anything that you would like to see when we do the next series, you know, you got at least a month to get, you know, your suggestions in, and I'll definitely look at any ideas you have. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this right here. I'm really pleased. I like the way this all came out. I love this metal house we did. And I just love the way that this came out as a real techie. Why am I so thirsty? It's like the third drink I've had since I've been working here this morning. All right, this afternoon. Whatever time it is. I don't know what it is. But yeah. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to, I wanted to build this, and I wanted to do it on camera with you guys. Real simple. I'd never done it before, but it seemed like a real simple, logical way to sort of organize your creatures. And I'd long wanted to have some sort of stalls, you know, so they're not running all over the place. Now I might, you know, I really don't want Diamond. I mean, after losing Rocky, I don't really want to risk Diamond by letting her wander the island. Now Eek has had Dodes wandering these islands before, and you know, has had no problems with it. But I'm thinking I might get like a couple Lobie Dodes and let them wander the island gathering stone for me. And maybe do the same thing with a couple of Lobie Beavers. But I want to keep Styx and Diamond because they are so high level. I want to keep them together. Maybe we'll even get a Monkey Man and leave him wandering around. Or maybe we'll bring Mossy over here. I have paid no attention to Mossy since we set him on Wander. I mean, Eek has lots of the Moss Chops wandering around there, and I just leave it for her to gather the stuff from them. So maybe we'll bring Mossy around here and drop him off and let him wander the island too. So, you know, it's a nice big space. I intentionally built right at one end of it so that we didn't disrupt the resource spawning on the rest of the island. So, you know, maybe it's time to actually start making use of that by letting some of our resource gatherers who can gather on Wander actually do their thing and gather on Wander. So that's it for today. If you liked the video, tickle that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. We will definitely see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone! Hey, wave goodbye, Growler. He can't because I can't remember how to do that. I know, it's like tapping. No, he shook his head. See? I don't know what it is. Can I hold it? But that seems silly. Wave. There we go. Wait, what did that say? Oh, it's now on. Oh, there we go. Now it's tied to that key. Yay, well, now I can wave. I see, you learn something new every day. All right, have a great day, everybody.